Welcome to AutoTruth, revealing the road ahead.
Okay, $7,000. Let that number sink in for a second. That is the staggering potential repair bill that could be quietly ticking away inside America's absolute favorite pickup truck right now. Honestly, it's enough to make built Ford tough feel a little more like, well, tough on your wallet. As we dive into the data today, we're going to see how surprisingly common this massive financial hit is actually becoming for certain owners.
And listen to this raw reality from a truck owner. Quote, at 150 miles, you have a hole in a piston. This is exactly why we're conducting a deep investigative audit today. I mean, imagine checking your dipstick at every single gas station visit because your engine is literally consuming itself. This isn't just some isolated complaint on a random forum. It's a symptom of a much larger systemic issue leaving countless drivers stranded and out of pocket. So, welcome to our explainer. Today, we're stripping away the glossy marketing and breaking down the hard mechanical truths you really need to know. We're looking strictly at the hard data, the technical service bulletins, and the real-world repair invoices to understand exactly what is going on beneath the hood of these trucks.
Section 1, the best-selling time bomb. Look, the F-150 has been America's best-selling vehicle for 48 consecutive years. We're talking over 33 million units moved since 1977. But for a lot of modern owners, that undeniable popularity is actually masking a massive financial liability. Because here's the catch. Despite those incredible sales figures, the modern F-150 scores a pretty dismal 1.8 out of 5 in a reliability audit. Why so low? It comes down to high-frequency catastrophic failure modes that cost thousands to fix. We aren't talking about blown speakers or squeaky brake pads here. We're talking about core powertrain failures hitting well before the truck even reaches 100,000 miles. Let's move right into Section 2, the 10-speed transmission trap. We're going to look at our first major component failure and see how it builds into a massive headache for owners.
It all comes down to a single tiny design flaw inside the 10R80 automatic transmission. It's the root cause behind thousands of limp mode complaints. A vital bushing or sleeve inside the specific CDF drum actually shifts out of place. Mechanics call it walking out. When it moves, it uncovers hydraulic ports, causing a critical loss of pressure to multiple clutch packs. For the driver, you experience awful lurching, delayed shifts, and a genuinely terrifying sudden loss of power on the road. So, what happens next? Well, owners usually find themselves walking up a very frustrating, very expensive staircase. Step 1 is usually the cheap route, clearing the adaptive learning tables. Step 2 is a PCM firmware update. Step 3 is dropping some serious cash on a brand new valve body. But the final, inevitable step? It's almost always a multi-thousand-dollar transmission replacement or a complete rebuild, because at the end of the day, a software patch simply cannot fix a physically shifted bushing inside that drum. Oh, and we can't forget the older trucks. Add to all that the 1.3 million 2015 to 2017 models that were recalled for a totally different transmission problem. Those older trucks featured a 6-speed transmission that could abruptly downshift all the way to first gear. Imagine cruising at highway speeds and having your truck suddenly slam into first gear, instantly locking up the rear wheels. It's a massive safety hazard. So, whether it's the 6-speed or the 10-speed, the transmission is a major, major pain point here.
But honestly, the transmission isn't even the most expensive threat. Section 3, EcoBoost, Rattle, and Coyote thirst. Let's lift the hood and see what's happening inside the most popular engines powering these things. If you have the highly popular 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6, you absolutely need to know about cam phasers. These are engine actuators that adjust your camshaft timing. In the 3.5-liter, they are notorious for failing, which causes this loud, harsh knocking sound on startup that mechanics have dubbed the rattle of death. And here is the kicker. Because these parts are buried so deep behind the timing cover, dealerships can charge up to 17 hours of labor. Just let that sink in. 17 hours of labor just to dig deep enough into the engine to reach them. And ignoring that rattle, yeah, that can quickly escalate from a painful repair to an absolutely devastating one. A basic phaser replacement is going to run you around $3,000, but if those failing phasers cause your timing chain to stretch or snap, it cascades into a full timing job, or worse, a catastrophic engine failure requiring a long block replacement. That can easily hit $16,000. Now, for the V8 fans out there, let's contrast the rock-solid older 5.0-liter Coyote engine against the newer models. From 2011 to 2017, this engine used a traditional iron sleeve in the cylinders and was incredibly reliable. Just a great engine. But from 2018 onward, Ford changed the manufacturing process.
They swapped the iron sleeves for a plasma wire arc spray-on coating. If this coating is poorly applied or gets scored, the engine practically drinks engine oil. We're talking sometimes a full quart every 150 miles. And Ford actually tried to issue a technical service bulletin to fix this. Their brilliant solution? A software update to adjust the throttle plate vacuum and literally swapping out the dipstick to make a 2-quart loss look normal. But as any mechanic knows, and as this quote perfectly summarizes, you cannot digitally patch a physical defect in a cylinder wall. Once compromised, that engine is essentially on borrowed time. Okay, let's step outside the engine bay for Section 4, the aluminum corrosion problem. Back in 2015, Ford made a massive gamble to save 700 pounds of weight by switching to military-grade aluminum alloy body panels. But this introduced a brand new enemy. See, while aluminum doesn't rust red like steel does, it is highly susceptible to galvanic corrosion. This happens when aluminum touches a dissimilar metal, like steel or iron, especially in the presence of road salt. The data shows that iron particles actually get trapped on the aluminum panels before the factory paint job is even applied. Over time, this causes the paint on the hoods, roofs, and doors to bubble, blister, and eventually peel off in giant, unsightly sheets. And here is where it gets really frustrating for owners dealing with that peeling paint: the warranty loophole. Ford's corrosion warranty requires the metal to be perforated, meaning a rusted-out hole has to be present to qualify for repair coverage. But aluminum corrodes differently. It rarely ever perforates all the way through like steel. So this massive catch-22 leaves owners completely stuck, paying thousands out of pocket for repainting bills. Section 5. Safe Harbors. What to buy. Because hey, despite all the doom and gloom we just covered, there are actually specific trucks in the lineup that are incredibly reliable. It's all about knowing exactly which configurations to pick. First, treat these specific combinations as absolute deal breakers when you're shopping on the used market. Avoid the 2018 to 2020 5.0-liter V8s due to that massive oil consumption. Avoid the 2017 to 2022 3.5-liter EcoBoost so you can dodge the cam phaser rattle. Stay far, far away from the older 2004 to 2008 5.4-liter Tritons that famously love to spit out spark plugs. And skip the newer Power Boost hybrids, which are currently suffering from major electrical gremlins. Instead, what you want to seek out is the 2.7-liter EcoBoost, or the naturally aspirated 3.3-liter V6. The 2.7 was designed from the ground up specifically for this truck, and has proven to be an incredibly tough, low-maintenance turbo engine. And the 3.3-liter V6? It's the fleet favorite. No turbos, no complex cylinder coatings, it just works. These are the true workhorses that will actually last you well beyond 200,000 miles. So let's review everything we've uncovered in our explainer today. We've seen how a single shifted bushing in the 10-speed transmission can demand a total rebuild. We've looked at the 3.5-liter EcoBoost's multi-thousand-dollar rattle of death, the newer 5.0-liter V8s practically drinking their own oil due to faulty cylinder coatings, and of course, the bubbling paint caused by galvanic corrosion on those aluminum bodies. Before you sign the papers on your next truck, you have got to audit those service records. Ask yourself, are you buying a reliable, built-tough workhorse, or are you just buying someone else's $7,000 ticking time bomb?
Get the truth about your ride. Subscribe to AutoTruth today.